Welcome back to another exciting adventure of map reading with traprmike, KC0UWF. And today we will be going over what the map says. What does the map tell us? So, a little review. We are doing the Military Grid Reference System, MGRS, and we'll just touch upon the UTM a little bit. UTM, MGRS, you can use the same map for both. In my mind, the MGRS is a lot easier to read and work with than the UTM. There's a lot more numbers you got to cipher through to get to the same place, but you can use the same protractor, same maps for both. Which one is better? I don't know. But the MGRS is what I've been trained with for the last year and a half. I'm no expert at this. I'm learning just as much as you are, along with you. So with that said, a little review again. When we plot on our maps, we have a choice of either plotting a 4-digit, 6-digit, 8-digit, or 10-digit. Where most of the time we use the 8-digit grid square. That narrows it down to 10 square meters. 10 square meters. So you should be able to find what you're looking for in 10 square meters. That's the size of your living room or a small garage or something. Should be able to find your ammo can, your cache, or cache, or however you want to pronounce that word, or whatever small item you want to find. It should be in that area. If we move up to a 6-digit, that narrows it down to a 100-meter square area. 100 meter square. Think of 2 football fields side by side. Yeah, you could probably find a car in that area or a road crossing or a bridge, but you aren't going to narrow it down, if that's what you're looking for. But with an 8-digit, you can plot which side of the bridge you want to be on. Whereas a 6-digit, you just find the bridge. A 4-digit is 1,000 square meters. That's a 1 square kilometer. 1 square kilometer. 0.6 miles by 0.6, well actually 0.62 miles by 0.62 miles square. It's a huge area. You probably find a football field in that area, but you would not be able to find which end zone you want to go to or be at. Then there's the 10-digit. 10-digit, I'm not going to say it's never used because that it wouldn't be on my little YouTube video here, but a 10-digit narrows it down even further to 1 square meter. About the 1 yard by 1 yard. You can pinpoint a chair, but no one can plot a 10-digit. It's nearly impossible to do with pencils and paper. So okay, so we got that over with. We'll set that off to the side. Write this information down. Put it in your notebook. Always good to know. Set that off to the side, out of the camera. And I almost forgot. Today's adventure is brought to you by the numbers 1 and 2 and the letters G and A. That's us to the side. Okay, we're going to start at the top of my little cheat sheet list here. Maps. We're going to go maps again. There's several flavors of maps, but we're going to concentrate because this is what I use. The 1 to 24,000 and 1 to 50,000. Right here in front of you is a printed map from caltopo.com, and it is in 1 to 24,000. And this area here, where is this? Oh, this is my Leroy Gun Club, is right here at the end of my pencil. So it's down by Leroy, Minnesota. The Iowa border is right here. I live about 20 miles this way from there. So this way from the gun club, or a little less. I don't know. It's a nice drive along the upper Iowa River, which runs right here. Okay. The 1 in 24,000 map. Why I chose 1 to 24,000, why it's popular, is also, okay, 1 inch equals 24,000 feet. 1 inch equals 24,000 feet. If you do the math, 24,000 feet just happens to be 1 inch equals, what I just say? 1 to 24,000 map, 1 inch equals 2,000 feet. 2,000 feet. So if you're going on the Imperial, 1 inch is 2,000 feet. You can figure out your distances in feet and miles then by that. And there's also 1 to 50,000, which will give you, on the same size of paper, give you more area, but everything is shrunk down more. It still works. Still works. You can still plot an 8-digit grid on there, but it's really tough. You got to be really precise with your protractor. Really precise with your protractor, because your pencil lead, this pencil lead is 0.7 millimeters wide, and on a 1 to 50,000, that's a long, well, not a long ways, but there's a lot of error there. But that's another thing we gotta work at and just be aware of. Okay, going down the map, declination. Every map at the bottom or along the side will have a scale. Information about the map, and that's what we're going after today. It'll tell you what grid, it will show you what scale your map is. It'll give you the address of the map, and it'll also give you the declination of the area. Just so happens that southeast Minnesota, where I live, the declination is a -1 degree. -1 degree. Not a whole lot. I don't adjust my compasses for that, but we'll go. Here's a map that I have that came with my Telcoppel stuff, and see this particular area. This particular area, the magnetic north versus map north is off by 12 degrees. Yes. Is that 12? Shoot, I think it's 17. Allow me to get my cheater out here. 17 degrees. There. Can you see that? 17 degrees. Now, 17 degrees. Look how far that is off from. That's magnetic north. So you got to adjust your compass 17 degrees to work with this particular map. And double check your maps. I don't believe this map has that. These are just practice maps that come with my stuff. Very useful to play with, to practice with. Okay, with that, said, adjust your magnetic north versus your grid north on your map. So go in the same direction that you want. Okay. The MGRS or UTM, Universal Transverse Meridian, versus lat longitude. The MGRS and UTM is easily explained by this little sentence here that I found. MGRS is based on a flat world. Lat longitude is based on a globe. Key advantages of MGRS is produces a small enough scale to make a perfect kilometer length grid lines by depicting the round world as flat. I'm not saying the world is flat, but we all know that there are a lot of flat lands around here. It's a lot easier to walk on flat areas than it is. I don't know what I'm saying there, but you get the idea. The MGRS is assuming the area is flat, and you can triangulate stuff with your okay. The MGRS is based on a flat world. Lat longitude is based on a globe. Key advantages of MGRS is it provides a scale small enough to make a perfect kilometer length grid lines by depicting the round world as flat. No, the world is not flat, but it's flat enough to make the MGRS UTM maps work wonderfully well. It's been in the MGRS, I believe I've read, since the early 1940s. Okay. Then on down in the bottom left corner, right there, this is the address of the big map. This is the address of the end of the road, the what do you call it? The clubhouse. The clubhouse at the gun club. Now, what's all these numbers mean? You'll see, without moving the camera too much, right here at the end of my pencil, you will see 15 Tango Whiskey Juliet. The 15 is the grid zone of the number 15 of the entire world. The T is the grid zone designation. Every letter shrinks the map down to smaller areas. So the T is the grid zone designation. The WJ shrinks it down even further to the 100,000 meter within square meters within the 15T area. Kind of like saying, okay, this is the address. Say you want to find Sam Smith that lives there. Okay, Sam, without any other information, you wouldn't have any place to look. So, where does Sam Smith live? He lives in grid zone 15. Well, that's still pretty big. It's very big. I'll try to put a picture right here of how big the grid zones are. Okay, so he lives in grid zone 15. Okay, you narrowed it down to a very large area. Narrow it down a little bit further. Okay, he lives in grid zone designation T. Well, that shrinks it down even further. Still pretty big. Okay, a little bit further, the WJ, he lives in the 100,000 kilometer. 1,000. It's either kilometers or meters. I guess I didn't write that down. Which makes more sense. 100,000 meter area within the 15T area. Okay, so right now, compared it to a street address to Mr. John here, you have narrowed it down to the town. You know which town he lives in, but you still don't know what house he lives in. That's where the 8-digit grid square comes from. This narrows it down even further. 4217. Let's take a 4-digit grid square. He lives 15 Tango Whiskey Juliet 4217. Okay, you've just narrowed it down to this area right there, which is 1 square kilometer. Still pretty close, but that's like five or six city blocks. There, you still don't know exactly where he lives. So you go a little bit further with your protractor and compass and narrow it down even further to 429,176. 429,176. That'll narrow it down to about this area there. So you're going from big, small to smaller. So you still, okay, you're on the right block now. Now, which house is it? Well, 4294,1716, and you can narrow it down to 10 square meters from this area to an area this big. And with this coordinate, you should be able to find either his front door or back door to his house. So it's an address. Every place in the world has an address, has an MGRS UTM address. And with these maps, you can find out the addresses to any place in the world, as long as you have the entire address. Now you just can't go and find 4294,1716 because there's, I don't know, let's say 2,000 places on Earth that have this same 8-digit square. Probably more than that. I don't know. Then look it up. Don't care. But you got to use, as long as you know which grid zone, and then narrow it down to the 100,000 meter area. You can narrow it down until you find the clubhouse. And that's where I think I'm going to end this, because went over everything. Thank you for listening to my rambling, and I'm just learning this, and the more I talk about it, the more I also learn and get it in my head, so when someone asks me, I can explain it just a little bit better. Thanks for watching. This is traprmike, KC0UWF, and again, this video is brought to you by the numbers 1 and 2 and the letters G and A. Leave that there. End the video. Bye.